all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights.
Life, liberty, and the
If liberty means anything at all, it means the right to tell people what they do not want to hear.
Make America great again.
The Big Mig.
Well, welcome back to the Big Mig Show. Of course, I'm your host, Lance Miliaccio, with my ride or die co-host, George Ballantine. Yep. Kill him with the truth, bury him with the smile. That's what this show's all about. We go after both sides of the aisle, cover the news, great interviews, you name it, on every possible topic, MMA, special forces, health, documentarians, authors, celebrities, you name it, we cover it. George.
Yes.
What's up, bro?
Not much. Just trying to see if the stream is working.
You look like you just came from the gym.
Seems to be. The stream. Yeah, okay, it's working. It's just not working on my end. So weird. Fucking Rumble.
All right. Well, listen, if you love the show.
I look like I came from the gym, you said?
Yeah, it looked like you just came from the gym. I don't know why, but I guess
I wouldn't wear this to the gym.
I didn't know.
Well, now you do.
Oh. All right. So anyway, listen, if you love the show, the best way to thank us is to hit that follow button. We're getting thousands of views. Love to get thousands of followers. And of course, if you can support the show, the paid subscription is $5 a month. We greatly appreciate that. All of you that are doing that, thank you so very much for the support. Also, people that have been doing gifted subscriptions, that's always a big deal. And of course, Rumble Rant tips are always appreciated. And you can tip us in crypto. Got the wallet on the bigmig.com. And we've also got the Rumble wallet. So feel free, get excited, throw in some Bitcoin, whatever you like. We're always excited to get it. So, all right. Well, we appreciate you guys tuning in. And if you'd like to sponsor the show, hit us up at info@thebigmig.com. Speaking of sponsors, gold, silver, yeah. The 62.2 gram prepper bar, as you can see, are perforated and easily broken down to your choice of 3 separate denominations. Of course, this fits a multitude of needs. In case your credit cards aren't working, in case the dollar has tanked $40 trillion in debt, I still haven't seen the new solution to fix that. They owe Social Security trillions of dollars. Not sure what's going to happen, and that's why you want to have some gold and silver on hand. And it's a timeless gift. I still have gold and silver that my dad gave me. And whether it's for diversification, asset protection from inflation, economic turmoil, or in the case of the prepper bar, it's very unique utility for barter and trade. Makes a perfect gift, right? Doesn't matter whether you're a precious metal lover or a prepper. None of that matters. Nobody doesn't like gold and silver at these prices. It's a great Hanukkah, birthday, Christmas, you name it, anniversary. There's nobody who's going to say, oh, you got me gold. Yeah. Look at the prices on gold. Of course, they're always selling out fast. They're low on the silver. They've got to reorder, but I guess they're having a little difficulty on supply. As you know, there's a shortage of silver across the world right now. They're available in gold and silver right now, though, and they fit neatly in your wallet. And, of course, the utility enables use in any situation, any kind of jam, you name it. You got some gold and silver, you got a way to go. There's the QR code. George makes it easy. You can take a snapshot, go there after the show, or you can head over to thebigmigbar.com. That's right, thebigmigbar.com. Or you can call Genesis Gold Group direct. Tell Jonathan Rose hi from the guys over at the Big Mig Show. 888-526-7154. 888-526-7154.
Break me off a piece of that prepper bar.
You know what's crazy?
Yes, sir.
So I just checked, like some of my mod, like the stream is working for people, right? But for me, when I open up a Rumble on the computer or even on my phone in the app, it's not working. But it's working, but it's not for some reason. Fucking unbelievable.
Very strange.
Video won't play on my end either. I get a green wheel. Refresh twice. Oh, maybe some people are saying it's not working. Everything's working on this end, though.
Interesting. That's not great.
Nope.
I always hate when that happens because you never really know what's going on. Let me just check for you, George, real quick. I'll take a look myself.
That's crazy.
See if it does anything for me. so far. That's not great. Yeah.
No.
I always hate when that happens because you never really know. You know, we're on and streaming. So there you go. Sorry if you guys are having some problems. It's not on our end. It looks like there may be something going on a little bit with Rumble, but it's streaming when I open up a browser, George. So, all right. Well, you guys, you know, one of the most disappointing things about this administration so far is the lack of deep state arrests. You've heard Roger Stone say it. You've heard Mike Flynn say it. You've heard Laura Loomer say it. You've heard so many people say it. It doesn't matter who it is. Alex Jones, Steve Crowder, even maybe Bongino, but not as much him as everybody else. I will tell you this. I'm disgusted by it. We heard that there was going to be accountability, transparency, consequences. They were going to clean out the deep state. Kash Patel was in the FBI, government gangsters. Here they were coming. Well, more proof comes out every single day.
Sorry, that's me.
That's okay. So all proof comes out every single day. Adam Schiff got a whistleblower now. Now think about what's going on here.
You know what's crazy? Hold
Adam
on.
Schiff going to be arrested.
Lance.
Is it imminent? Yeah, George.
Let me just stop you for a second, just so people can have that. So I was using Safari browser. I just switched to a Chrome browser, and the stream is working, with the Rumble. Go figure that one out.
I don't know. I was using Safari. All right, well, let's go back to this. So Adam Schiff, I've said it many times. If it's Schiff, you got to flush it. Shifty Schiff. Still no consequences for his mortgage fraud. I don't understand that. We're barely seeing consequences even when somebody says low life scum is Swalwell. We've got more details on that now. But of course, look, lots of people coming out of the woodwork on him. More and more people coming out of the woodwork all over the place. And now Adam Schiff, FBI whistleblower, comes out. He said that Schiff personally approved, which means he also probably pushed it to the forefront, leaking classified intel to smear President Trump. So everybody in the audience is wondering, hey, did Adam Schiff get arrested this morning? Did anybody go arrest him for leaking classified material? You got a whistleblower, you've got an eyewitness, got proof. It matches up with what everybody's thought otherwise. I mean, this is the same guy that pushed the Russia collusion hoax, right? He wasted millions, tens, probably hundreds of millions of dollars trying to completely undermine the election, which they successfully did. Now, if that's not treason against United States citizens, I don't know what is. Leaking classified information. I can guarantee you, if you did that, and anybody in the audience, doesn't matter what your political belief system is, you would be facing imminent arrest if you were not already arrested as soon as they found out. And right out of the gate, I have to say, with an eyewitness, pretty easy. I mean, you can start with the indictment, and then you can always add more charges. I didn't see Adam Schiff get arrested this morning. George, did you?
I haven't seen much of anything with Adam Schiff. I mean, why is he still in Congress? I mean, we knew of him to be lying a lot, making stuff up. Now, I mean, if these allegations, Lance, I'm going to say, if there's allegations from this whistleblower, if they can be proven or they have the source, the evidence, I'm a little skeptic. I don't know, what's what. If they are proven, his ass should be booted out of Congress right now. I mean, how much more do we have to take? Just think about this. If these allegations are true from the whistleblower, and Adam Schiff made all this up, look at how much money he cost American taxpayers with the stupid Russia hoax, the impeachment shams. That costs a lot of money. That's our money. It's not, they're just wasting it away on this BS. Matter of fact, I want restitution from Adam Schiff. Everybody else should demand that too. I mean, when's enough going to be enough? I'm beyond furious with this shit.
I'm disappointed because of what we were promised. I mean, we were promised clean out the swamp. That classic statement of Trump's, we got them all. We caught them all. I don't even know what that means anymore. I thought I knew what it meant. I think you guys in the audience thought you knew what it meant. I don't know what that means anymore. I don't know what it means when you talk about government gangsters. I'm not sure what that was all about. Even all the things Dan Bongino said, I don't know what that means anymore. It doesn't seem to mean the same thing I thought it all meant, which I thought that was going to be part of the transparency, the accountability, and then the consequences. Accountability is being indicted. charged, investigated, whatever. And then the consequences are being jailed. In the case of treason, maybe you face the most extreme, level of treason, especially as a government official. I would think you would be held your feet to the fire. 18 USC 2381 makes it clear. Treason against the U.S., the top penalty is death. It is the death sentence. I just don't get here why it's taken so long. I don't know what the hell. I mean, I don't have much confidence in Todd Blanche. Maybe he'll surprise me. I don't trust him. Got to be honest, the way he went after the J6ers and all. I do not trust Todd Blanche. I mean, he can prove me otherwise. I'll be happy to eat egg foo young. I'm happy to, eat my words.
Egg foo young?
Yeah, I'm happy to eat egg foo young. I mean, look, if I make a mistake, George does it too. If we make a mistake, we'll suck it up. I mean, Pam Bondi we didn't make a mistake on that. We called her out from, I started calling her out after a couple of months. George gave her more time than I did, but either way, it doesn't matter how much time. She didn't perform. Now, who's stopping that in the administration? You showing off the goat shirt? Is that what that?
Showing off the shirt, yes. You can talk while I show it off.
That might have been a plug. George might have a sponsor, and I don't even know it. All right, here's a deal. I don't like it. Here's the clip. You guys in the chat, tell me what you think he deserves. If this is true, what consequences should Adam Schiff face? Because I believe that when you start racketeering in RICO, when you co-conspire, and he wasn't the only one that pushed this forward, when you're a co-conspirator in a criminal conspiracy as a government official, how much more does it take to say that's treasonous or seditious conspiracy? What else do you guys need? You now have a whistleblower, you have an eyewitness. We already knew this happened. You tell me in the chat, what do you think should happen to Adam Schiff? Let's play the clip, George.
It doesn't get much more serious than that. The chairman of the House Intel Committee doesn't have declassification authority over these types of documents. They are made available to Congress under very tightly controlled rules. This has been a source of tension for years. And members of both parties have gone out of their way to assure that this material would be closely held and not weaponized. Schiff was viewed as one of the most political chairs of that committee in its history. And this is a truly chilling account, if true. Now, when I first read it, frankly, I was taken aback because it's perfectly moronic to commit such a felony with a planning conference meeting with staff. That's not usually how things are leaked in Washington, D.C. What makes this different, Will, is that this was a statement made to FBI agents. The person who made this statement was no doubt aware that lying to FBI agents is not just a crime, but a crime that was repeatedly prosecuted during prior administrations, including the Obama and Biden administrations.
Right.
So making this statement puts you at risk. That's why someone's lying here and someone's a felon.
Okay, well, let's just for a moment hypothetically take this whistleblower at their word. Let's assume for a moment that it's true, Professor. What kind of punishment follows for leaking classified information?
Well, this is a very significant punishment. You can have, in addition to having multiple counts, you can easily go 10 years in terms of a sentence, if not more, depending on the circumstances and the number of violations. Each of these leaks is an individual violation. Each of these documents would likely be charged as a violation. That type of count stacking is precisely what Mueller and others did. Remember, these are very similar to the types of claims made against Donald Trump in Mar-a-Lago, that he removed material and improperly stored them. There were also allegations that he might have revealed them to third parties. But this is much more serious in one sense. Trump was accused of negligence in most of these counts. This would be a premeditated criminal act to release classified information to damage one's political opponent.
What he's specifically talking about there is the mens rea. That this wasn't just some unintentional mistake that he accidentally released classified information. He met with staff. He had a discussion. He intended to target Donald Trump. Now, if that, again, as chairman of the Intel Committee, he knew the rules. He understood exactly what the mission was. He knew that he was never supposed to provide any of that information for anybody outside the Intel Committee unless it was previously declassified, in which he did not have the authority to declassify it. Now, that's intent, and that's just not one crime. It's many, many crimes: malfeasance, misfeasance, nonfeasance by government officials. I believe it makes him part of a concurrent criminal enterprise, conspiracy, racketeering. Why wouldn't it be RICO? He conspired with other individuals to target Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama, Christopher Wray, Brennan, Clapper, Comey. They all conspired. They were all part of it. It's a conspiracy, and it's a conspiracy against the United States citizen, and it's a misuse of government influence and power. You could add all sorts of other things on top of it. By not telling the truth, it's obstruction of justice. He testified and said he didn't do any of the above. Many people have been charged for a lot less. How about the people that just walked into the rotund at Congress, J6ers? They didn't do even even 1/1000th of what he just did crime-wise. The statutes go on and on and on. I'm going to look tomorrow. We'll come on the show. I'll give you a list of the statutes he violated. I'm going to put this into one of the AI agents I've created, the legal agents, and I'm going to ask it, if true, how many crimes did he commit? Because at the end of the day, I think we're going to find out he's guilty of 10, 15, 20 different statute violations. And I think it's time to take the gloves off. I don't know what Trump's doing. I don't know what Kash Patel's doing. I don't know what anybody's doing. I'd like to know, when are we going to start seeing the arrests and the swamp being drained, George?
Probably never. I mean,
ouch,
look,
ouch.
I
hate that George is right too.
And I'm going to keep saying if the whistleblower's evidence holds water, it's true, and it's all provable. Listen, that's pretty much. This is to overthrow a sitting U.S. president. That would be treason. Me, I want to see Adam Schiff, for his to be punished for his actions. I want to see him hang from the gallows in Washington D.C. so everybody could see.
And his co-conspirators
maybe send a message,
And that's the problem. That's the problem with criminals, right? At the end of the day, listen, I haven't always been the guy I have. I can tell you.
Lance, I want to know something, though. You tell me the Republicans didn't have access to this information when this was going on?
Did.
And
they probably did.
That's another thing. And they're sitting there, not doing anything about it.
Well, let me say something, George. You bring up another valid point.
Thanks.
If you know about a felony, federal law says misprisions of a felony. If I go to George and I tell him about a felony I committed, a federal crime, and he doesn't report me, he becomes a co-conspirator. That means every FBI agent, every DOJ, every government official that was aware of Schiff's behavior, had knowledge of forethought, and didn't report Adam Schiff, they're all co-conspirators. See, here's the thing. If the law is going to be applied to us in a certain manner, then it should be applied to them. My case is there are many people in Congress that are violating all sorts of crimes. Listen, they keep acting as if they have justification for insider trading. Go look at the laws. There's already laws on the books for congressional members. It says they can't insider trade, and either can their spouses. So every time Nancy Pelosi goes, I don't know what my husband's doing, but meanwhile it's uncanny, her husband buys puts and calls and options. Boeing just got a contract. Oh, isn't that amazing? Nancy Pelosi's husband just bought options a week ago, a week before the contract was announced. I'm saying that she's guilty. Adam Schiff is guilty, and there are many others that are guilty. And the question you guys have to ask is, when does our Justice Department, when does our domestic federal agency, the FBI, when do these people all start getting arrested? I put that question to Todd Blanche, Donald Trump, J.D. Vance, you name it. My question would be, if they were on the show, when are we going to see arrests? I'm not asking them to disclose national security information. I'm saying you told us you were going to drain the swamp, and yet we haven't done anything. And I can say it once again, if we don't see a massive amount of deep state arrests, well, the midterms are done. Stick a fork in it. But Trump says he feels vindicated after the 2019 Ukraine impeachment inquiry reveals the whistleblowers submitted false information. So, George, do you feel vindicated?
Do I feel vindicated? No. I'll feel vindicated when a bunch of things happen. Number one is when Congress reverses that impeachment scam because it was based off false information. Should have never been impeached. That should be reversed taken off the record like it never happened. And when motherfuckers start getting arrested, locked up, when Adam Schiff hangs from the gallows in Washington, D.C., that'll be vindication.
Look, Trump says that they're a bunch of crooked people.
And then, hold on.
Cheated in every way.
And then we get a credit back on our taxes for the money they wasted.
Yeah. How about this? How about everybody that's guilty of a crime, like Nancy Pelosi and her husband, like Adam Schiff, like Dianne Feinstein, and so many others, at Barack Obama? How about if we just start seizing all their assets like you would do a regular American, because they become a fright risk if they have a lot of money. Start seizing those assets because it's a criminal enterprise. Most of them started with almost no net worth when they went into Congress or when they became president or a senator, you name it. And now all of a sudden they're fabulously wealthy. Meanwhile, you guys are still wondering how you're going to pay for gas at the pump, struggling at the grocery stores, struggling otherwise. Us too. Every time I go to the grocery store, I wince. I feel like I got a tick. I get to the register. I can't believe how much the few items are. I start getting a nervous twitch. But that's not right. They're doing stuff. And if it was you, that's what I always say. If it was you, common sense would tell you, you wouldn't be walking around. You'd be on pretrial detainment. They'd probably say, oh, we got to take their passport. George can't have a passport. He has family in Israel. He might flee the country. That's what would happen. Not these people. Oh, no, they get to commit crimes and just walk around and bitch some more and then destroy the country some more and then do whatever they want to do. And nothing happens. I'm putting this on the Trump administration as of today. Enough's enough, bro. All this, blah, 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 blah. Talk's cheap. I'd be happy to have you on the show, but I'm not a softball.
Let's play the clip because we got a lot of stuff to go over.
Yeah, let's go.
Impeachment crap.
Ukraine impeachment documents that were just declassified show that Eric Charanella not only submitted false information, but that he had no direct knowledge of the alleged conversation. It was all hearsay. Do you feel vindicated by those?
Yeah, I do. They're a bunch of crooked people. You're talking about with respect to all of the things that they put against me? Yeah. Well, it's come out that in so many different ways. Thank you very much for that question. I appreciate it. But in so many different ways, the election was rigged. The 2020 election was rigged. We found that out. What you just said is just a piece of that. It's a big piece, but minor, relatively speaking, compared to what they did. They cheated in the election. They cheated on the vote. They cheated in every way possible, and it's the only way we got an incompetent man to be a president. And he was an incompetent man. Many of the things that we're talking about, even including this would have been settled a long time ago, not now. And it should have been settled by other presidents. But the election was a rigged election. We can't let that happen to our country.
It's concealment of exculpatory information. What should happen?
Well, it's a very serious charge against them and the Democrats. They cheat. They can't get elected with their policy. So their policy is no good. They want to have, open borders. They want to have men playing in women's sport. Do you think that men should play in women's sports?
I really don't have an opinion on that.
You don't? I'll bet you do.
No, I'm here about no tax on tips.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
go ahead, please.
Yeah. You know, some Democrat
I think she might have been a liberal.
Some Democrat politician went and said, oh, DoorDash doesn't go to the White House. You know, no, really? Gee, thanks for sharing that. We know DoorDash doesn't really go to the White House. This is to promote the no tax on tips, you dumb congressperson, whoever you are. Forget the name. I should have took a screenshot. People are so stupid.
They are stupid. And they know. They just say that because they want to sound combative, and they've got to find that. They're hoping to find that piece where they can jump to the forefront and say something stupid. And
tell you what, though, DoorDash and McDonald's getting a lot of free publicity out of this.
Man, McDonald's should be giving Donald Trump freaking $100 million endorsement. He has pumped them up.
Give him free McDonald's for life.
He worked at a McDonald's. For God's sakes, he was serving up fries out of the window. I'll give him credit for that kind of stuff. I won't give him credit for deep state arrays, but I will give him credit for having a sense of humor, and of course, trying to help.
I like the way she pulled that tip though at the end.
Yeah,
did you see it?
Like 4K?
No, the reporter asked her, "Did you get a good tip?" And she goes, and Trump goes, "Hold on a second." He pulls out a $100 bill. Here you go.
No, but I heard she got like a 4K tip.
I don't know. He gave her $100 bill in front of the reporter.
That might have been up for the reporter, but I heard something about a 4K tip. I don't know.
Good for her.
Yeah, I hope she did.
She did too.
George, Tulsi Gabbard. What do we got?
Yeah, this is the same Tulsi Gabbard that Laura Loomer was trying to get rid of, wanted to get rid of. Can't stand her. But meanwhile, Tulsi Gabbard's doing more than pretty much
a lot of people.
Any of Trump's appointees or whatever. I think. I mean, Hexex is doing well. He's doing good, but you know, two different roles. She's doing more to expose stuff, but she's the one that put out this report. This is a report that Adam Schiff was trying to hide, right? Yeah, Inspector General Atkinson aggressively advanced the so-called whistleblower narrative using a witness who co-authored the 2017 Russia hoax that was used as the basis for Trump's impeachment. Sometimes you just got to go, Now, Tulsi Gabbard, this was on Monday. She released all these documents. Nobody's ever seen them, exposing this effort. But, you know, look, we just talked about this for the last 20 minutes, half hour. Schiff knew about this. Schiff was in on this. Meanwhile, he pushed this hoax, pushed for the impeachment. How much money did it cost us? Huh?
What about Ratcliffe? Didn't Ratcliffe know about this?
Ratcliffe. I'm not sure. Did he?
He was DNI.
Probably should have. You would think they would know about it, right?
I mean, you know, I had high hopes that he was going to come out, that he was going to, you know.
Wait, was the intelligence community hiding this from all of them? I mean, you know, they were hiding documents from other, like, Trump and other people with his administration. They could have been hiding it from Ratcliffe.
Maybe. You know, Ratcliffe seems to have known some things he didn't come out with. Now he's the head of the CIA. He was the head of the DNI, right? He was the director of national intelligence then. I don't know. I'm concerned. There's some things about Ratcliffe that aren't matching up for me. Maybe he's okay. I don't know if he is. I'm not excited about it. I kind of wish Devin Nunes was the head of the CIA, but I understand he's busy making a lot of money over at True Social.
So if you look, so in this review from this IG Atkinson, they have two transcripts, right, from closed door testimony before the House Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence, right? Now, here's a perfect example. That testimony was withheld from the House Judiciary Committee during the impeachment trial. So now you have your own committee in Congress withholding evidence to another committee in Congress, all to push this sham. I mean, look, so
this whistleblower starts releasing the information in 2017, George, or 2019?
What, this?
Yeah, because it sounds like he was already co-authored the 2017 Russia hoax.
But here's the thing. So these testimony was locked in a safe.
Oh, probably in a burn bag, knowing them.
Yeah.
So
I mean, they locked it in the fucking safe. This way, nobody can get to it.
Let me make sure I have my timeline right here. Who was in charge of the House Select Committee right then? Was that Nancy Pelosi and Adam Schiff?
No, Nancy Pelosi was the Speaker of the House. I believe Adam Schiff was.
Well, so it sounds like the House Permanent Select Committee Intelligence, right? Chairman was Adam Schiff. The Speaker of the House was Nancy Pelosi, and they both used this false narrative information, correct?
Pretty much, yeah. So this AG at that time, Atkinson, he to get this impeachment to get it started, he actually relied on secondhand information from a so-called self-declared Democrat whistleblower that had two biased witnesses to justify his determination that the whistleblower complaint was of urgent concern. So that whistleblower at the time, those two witnesses, all should be charged and locked up.
I agree. Let me read the quote from Tulsi here. Deep state actors within the intelligence community concocted a false narrative that was used by Congress to usurp the will of the American people and impeach the duly elected president of the United States, said DNI Gabbard. Inspector General Atkinson failed to uphold his responsibility to the American people, putting political motivations over the truth. And this, along with the politicization of the whistleblower process by a former CIA employee who was working hand in glove with Democrats in Congress, are egregious examples of the deep state playbook on how to weaponize the intelligence community, exposing these tactics and showing how they undermine the fabric of our democratic republic. furthers the critical cause of transparency and accountability and will help prevent future abuse of power. Well, that sounds good. I would have liked to have been followed up that he violated the Constitution of the United States, the oath he upheld. He took an oath to uphold. He weaponized it, as did any other people on the committee, as did other people within the CIA, DIA, DOJ. My question to Tulsi Gabbard, as I said earlier, is this looks to be a lot of evidence. They now have direct eyewitness testimony. How difficult is it going to be to start arresting some people? You just talked about the deep state, accountability. Where's the accountability? Are these people going to get criminally charged? George, what do you think here? Because we're seeing more and more and more stuff come out. We're seeing the depravity in Congress, right? They're a bunch of perverts. We're seeing more and more of that. What do you think,
well,
George?
Look, the whistleblower did confirm that they say he or she had no firsthand knowledge of President Trump's call with Ukrainian President Zelensky. No firsthand knowledge. Witness 2 admitted upon reading the transcript of the call that they would not have been able to get from point A to Z the way the whistleblower did, and described that they lacked the granular detail that the whistleblower had to justify filing the complaint. It's just all made up. But they held this and hid it. And they're fucking safe, too. Did anybody questioning Schiff yet? Does he have any comments on this?
Now listen to this.
I want to see how he spins. This is a dude that went from Congress, now is a freaking senator.
Now
No
listen
way.
to this spin.
He needs to be taken out. They need to boot his ass from Congress.
Well, there's no doubt. I mean, he can't be trusted. He's leaking national intelligence, classified, information. Listen to the whistleblower superior. Now, listen to the spin on this, guys. This is what happens, right? The whistleblower protection law is supposed to protect you when you come forward. This guy, a senior officer in the National Intelligence Council, told the IC inspector, this is the Inspector General Investigators, that he or she did not like how the whistleblower handled the filing of the report, saying that he or she felt that she wasn't looped in at the right time of the crash, that they weren't notified. That's not what the superiors are supposed to do. They're to protect the whistleblower. So what they're doing here is they're saying, oh, I didn't like the way he did it, so he intended to suppress it. Now, this investigation, I don't know how far they are in, but look, now we got key witnesses. We've already known about this. What about all the people that covered it up? You understand this is going to impact, this would potentially be hundreds of co-conspirators. Because to have the CIA involved, have the intelligence organizations weaponized against the president, that means there's a dialogue. There's text messages, there's emails, there's whatever. And you're looking at superiors trying to cover it up. To me, this is just more of that partisan bias, the lies. It's more of the same. And until these people start facing consequences, they're going to keep doing it over and over and over again. And you know what they're waiting for, guys? You know what they're waiting for?
What?
The midterms. If you think the lies and the bullshit are at high speed now, just wait when they take control of the House and the Senate. You ain't seen nothing yet. And that's why we don't have a lot of time.
We're done.
Everybody keeps saying, oh, we got plenty of time for the midterm. No, we don't. George, I mean, you tell me, if they don't start snatching and grabbing these people in the middle of the night, what do you think is going to happen, George?
In the middle of the night? They're going to take this impeachment. They're going to do it again, waste our money and time. For what? But yet you got all these Republicans that can't get shit done. It makes you think like all these people, they're all out to get Trump. Republicans too. Kash Patel, all of them. They don't get nothing done, then that's your swamp, that's your deep state. And if that doesn't tell you that we need to disband this government and start over, we got to figure it out. That's the only way. That's it.
It's a sad state of affairs, isn't it?
Sad state.
Not what I expected.
No.
At the end of the day, I'm sure it's not what you guys expected. I don't know, George. I'm not sure what to think here, and I don't know if they'll ever get really to the bottom of this. But it is an impeachment scam. It was manufactured, and they did have intent. I think it's enough to prosecute. I think it's enough to start arresting him today. They all knew it was fake information, the Russian collusion hoax. They weaponized it against General Flynn. They weaponized it against Roger Stone. I still don't think General Flynn's been made whole. 1.25 million. The guy spent, I think, 5, 6, 7, 8 million on legal fees. Something insane. I don't think 1.25 is enough. And Roger Stone, nobody's talking about giving him his money back. And why are they still sitting on pardons, presidential pardons? Explain to me why they're still sitting on pardons. These cases should have been dismissed with prejudice, and they should have been given certificates of innocence. They don't need a presidential pardon for something that was clearly fabricated. And the problem with the presidential pardon, you have to admit guilt. Mike Flynn wasn't guilty of anything. Roger Stone wasn't guilty of anything. And Peter Navarro and so many others, all fabricated, a weaponized system. All right, I know I've got to take a
Hold
short-
on. Sears B asked a question. Do you think some Republicans are also compromised?
Yes.
Without a doubt. If you look at Trump's first administration, look at all his AGs that hid stuff, did nothing. They're not compromised. Why didn't they do anything? Ratcliffe right now. He could have stopped this, the certification election. He had the stuff. He didn't do nothing. He was sitting on stuff.
Mike Pence.
Is Mike Pence really Republican now?
He was part of the administration.
He was.
Bill Barr, clearly guilty.
He was
of
the
many
AG.
crimes.
He was the AG. That's why I said
But do you
that.
see any of these guys? You see anybody get arrested this morning? I didn't see anybody. I must have missed it. I must not have been paying attention to the news cycle.
I mean, just look. Adam Schiff knowingly and willingly took false whistleblower information, documents, hid them from the American public and other intel and people in his own fellow members of Congress, used that information to do an impeachment hearings and get Trump impeached in Congress. Look at the time, the money, the resources that this man did. Also lying to the public, lying to the world. Look how much chaos was created from that. How much the United States of America lost in revenue and going forward with stuff. Put all that together and ask yourself, why is this man sitting in Congress right now?
You said it previously. We got screwed for round one of Donald Trump. We didn't get our money's worth.
So here, thank you, Lance. Thank you for reminding me. If this isn't justification for Trump to run for another term, could get a do-over for the first term because that's all they were doing was a Russia hoax. It should be, and nobody should say one word about it going against it. We got to go to break. Just go.
Well, at the end of the day, we got screwed on that first term. Let's hope they're going to be doing something. I'm looking for that accountability, that transparency and consequences. I'm looking for lots of deep state arrests. How about over the next 3, 4, 5 weeks? How about 100 deep state arrests? Why don't you put the fear of God in these traitors? Why don't you let them know that the game is up? And let's let them know that you're going after them with the heaviest charges. Look, 18 U.S.C. 2831. You know what it is. Let's make a move here. Eric Swalwell, we got big news on the forefront. Swallowwell.
Lance, we got to go to break.
Yep. We're heading to a break. We'll be right. I was just doing it, George.
Oh,
we'll be
sorry.
right back. Tip of the spear. George is a little anxious for the break. I don't know why, but here we go. We're taking a break. Stay tuned while we're on the break. Take the lively. Your own social media. Be right back.
All right.
Are you ready to stand up for your community and support your local sheriff? Join the Constitutional Sheriffs and Peace Officers Association and become a vital member of the Sheriff's Citizens Posse. At CSPOA.org, we empower citizens like you through weekly webinars, arming you with the knowledge to back your constitutional county sheriff. Together, we can uphold our Constitution and ensure liberty and justice for all. Your community needs you now more than ever. Visit CSPOA.org and join the Sheriff's Citizens Posse today. Make a difference. Stand for freedom. That's CSPOA.org. Your country, your fight, your future.
What if you could predict your financial future? And what if you could trade on it? Introducing Block Trust IRA, the future in your hands. An astonishing 88,000 millionaires were created last year from the Bitcoin boom, and you could be next. Block Trust IRA is the only crypto management firm powered by AI-driven strategies ranked #1 in the world by Bitcoin Magazine. The Block Trust IRA platform is built for everyone, from first-time buyers to seasoned investors. Predictive AI technology that was once only reserved for insiders and elites is now available to you. It's time to leave the old buy and hold strategies behind. Your assets are protected with military-grade security, offline cold storage, and $200 million in insurance. Visit BlockTrustIRA.com to book your free consultation and ask how to claim up to $2,500 in deposit bonuses today. Bitcoin changed the game. AI changes the strategy.
Hi folks, I'm here today to introduce you to the Prepper Bar from PrepperBar.com, the most unique precious metals product we have seen in a long time. These 62-gram bars are perforated and easily broken down into your choice of 3 different sizes to fit a multitude of needs. Whether it be from asset protection from inflation, economic turmoil, or its unique utility for barter and trade, the Prepper Bar makes a perfect gift for all the precious metal lovers out there. Exclusively made here in the USA and selling out fast. Available in both gold and silver, these slim Prepper Bars fit neatly in your wallet, and their utility enables use in any situation.
Forged through rigorous training and honed by the finest instructors on Earth, these canine units serve beside our nation's warriors as they fight to preserve what we cherish. When these warriors complete their duty, the Warrior Dog Foundation provides them with a home deserving of the service they've given us all. At our state-of-the-art kennels, they receive rehabilitation and care suitable for heroes, because that's what they are. Be a part of giving them a future today. Visit WarriorDogFoundation.org.
All right, welcome back to the Big Mig Show. Here with your host, Lance Migliaccio. Yours truly, George Ballantine. Big Mig Mafia's in the chat. If you're out there listening or watching, come join the chat. Say hello. A lot of great people in there. Shelly Rose, Renee, Mig Mafia. Hope I said that right. Sleeping Giant. There's a lot of people in there. I don't even know where you're at. I don't know. But don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, like, follow, share, and subscribe if you can. Every little bit helps. $5 a month truly helps us out. But Lance and I have the perfect solution for the people who can't watch our crypto 24/7. I'm talking about BlockTrustIRA.com. Bringing access to cryptocurrency wealth to everyday Americans. They're exclusive. Animus AI trading platform works 24/7, analyzing market data and executing advanced crypto strategies that go far beyond buy and hold. It's sophisticated technology once reserved only for Wall Street insiders, but now it's available to you. And this system was named #1 crypto technology platform by Bitcoin Magazine out of more than 1,500 global competitors. Our clients, they're already seeing over 250% returns on their investments, all with military-grade security and up to $200 million in insurance. Your wealth is fully protected. So don't wait. Visit BigMigCrypto.com today and see how you can join this financial revolution. It's finally giving everyday Americans access to a crypto opportunity of a lifetime. Once again, visit BigMigCrypto.com today and you get up to $2,500 of free crypto. QR code's on the screen right here. Take a screenshot, save it to your photo files. Links in the chat, links in the more section on the video. It's everywhere. Yes, it's everywhere. So guess what? You did it, folks. Swalwell said he's resigning from Congress. Bam! Lost the governor race, lost his job in Congress. Out. Probably going to lose his wife too now. I mean, she should divorce his ass. There's another video came out of him, I think on a boat. He was in a robe with chicks too. This is over sea somewhere. But Lance, they're saying, and I'm going to say allegedly, that the second guy in the video is allegedly Senator Ruben Gallego.
I have heard that. Now, again, that's an allegation. We don't know.
I said allegedly.
I said allegedly. The profile of it sure looks compelling, George.
Well, I mean, Rep. Luna had a lot to say about it. She's saying that. She's even saying the person holding the camera is an underage girl.
No.
That's what Luna is saying.
Uh-oh. Underage girl, Swalwell. I guess the staff, his nickname was Swallowwell. Now, have you heard the homosexual allegations also?
I have not.
Yeah, some staffers, again, I don't know, there's just allegations. Male staffers are coming out saying that he's also maybe bisexual. They've made some comments about kind of unwanted passes, demands for sexual acts. I don't know if any of that's true. It could just be clickbait, but we'll keep an eye on it, let you know if it is. Got a good clip, though, huh?
You know what's amazing is the Manhattan DA is looking into this matter because they said some of the instances happened in New York.
Have they identified the girl in the background, the blonde yet, George? Has anybody identified her?
No, we have not. I'm sure that will come out sooner or later. But
who is that?
Eric Swalwell's accusers said that they're not stopping with this. They want to see consequences. Him dropping out of the governor's race and leaving Congress is not enough. And they were on, I think, 60 Minutes doing an interview.
He's
or
calling
CBS.
it a lapse in judgment. He's calling it a lapse in judgment. That's his justification.
A lapse in judgment? How many times? Well, let me see. Fang Fang? And how long that went on? That's a lapse in judgment. Did he learn? No. Then you had the boat thing. That's another one. Then that hotel room. That's just what we know of.
The neighbor's wife.
Well, what?
Trying to creep on the neighbor's wife.
Ooh, he did?
Yeah, when he was running in those neighborhoods. Remember we covered that yesterday where he was running and telling her to come out and sending nude pics, unwanted nude pics.
What the hell? If that was my wife, I'd beat the shit out of him, congressman.
He needs a good beating. I have to say, Swalwell does need a good ass kicking, but I'd rather see him face the consequences. How about 10 years in prison?
Yep. Let me play the clip.
That'd be better.
Let me
play the clip.
I'm playing it.
The fact that he has now dropped out of the governor's race and resigned from Congress, is that justice in your view?
No, it's just the beginning. It's just the very beginning. And I know personally that we're not walking away from this fight.
For me, justice won't be until he can't ever harm a woman ever again, and he has faced the consequences for the women that he has harmed.
I think in regards to the governor's race, he never should have ran for governor to begin with, knowing the kind of history and receipts that are out there. So that's a non-starter. And then in terms of Congress, I think he absolutely should have resigned. I think we just prevented another 30 to 40 years potentially of him harming people if he were to stay in Congress.
Yeah.
So in that sense, I think we have served justice for his future victims.
Wow.
That won't exist anymore.
I wonder what's the chances that all these ladies will leave the Democratic Party and come over to the Republican Party. It's their chance because guess what? The billionaire donor who was bankrolling Schiff's, campaign, Swalwell, sorry. He's done with the Democratic Party. He's done. He doesn't want nothing to do with it no more. He said he's switching, he's becoming a libertarian Republican. Hey, we'll take it. We'll take it. Bring your money and power over to our side. You finally leaving the dark side.
How about just on the side of the American people? How about the fact that they voted? Remember the slush fund they've got, the slush fund to pay off people for, sexual crimes that Congress keeps around to buy people silence that they told you that they voted against releasing. How about an executive order from Donald Trump that he's demanding the release through executive order and not allowing him to cover it up anymore? Because here's what I want to know, George. How many other Swalwells on both sides of the aisle, how many other cases have been paid off?
Well, he's saying
they used your money, George.
This
How many more do you think there are?
This billionaire donor said that they all knew about it and covered it up. He said the Democrats all knew about it and covered it up. Nancy Pelosi's like trying to say, "Oh, I never heard of this the first time." Bullshit, Pelosi. Let's play this clip. It's pretty good. I like it.
First, say you're mad. I mean,
mad?
Yeah.
I am no longer a Democrat. I'm now a libertarian Republican. Because that's what a blue dog Democrat used to be. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
It's called executing, being accountable, enforcing, respect, responsibility, and results. Knowing what your job description is. Delivering results. Unifying. Making this country great. The great brand we have, okay?
Wow.
Interesting, because Democrats would say that's racist and yada, 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 saying the words make America great. Listen, we welcome you with open arms. Seen error of their ways. It's okay. That's what Democrats do. They mind F you and manipulate you into believing stuff. But better late than never. This is why we do this, people. This is why we all do this. To shed the light on their evilness. And we just took a lot of money away from them. Bing. Every time we could do that, we could do that.
Tony Gonzalez running from the fire, got caught, calls an early retirement. Not helping the American people. He's more focused on covering his ass. George, what do you think about this?
Well, he was in a runoff in Texas. He was in a primary runoff that was going to be, I don't know when it's happening. Probably soon. Now he's done. He's leaving. You know what? They shouldn't let him retire. They should expel him. No benefits. Same thing with Swallow. None of them should get benefits. Why should they? They disgrace their positions. I mean, but you know, if they were to do that, then Swallow would probably drop the hammer on a lot of his other colleagues that are up to no good. They're all keeping it under the wraps. But nice. Remember the game Hungry Hungry Hippos?
I do remember the game Hungry Hungry Hippos.
What's going on with the hippos in Colombia? What?
Okay, so
this is Escobar's family, bro.
You know, I don't know if I agree with this. Again, I understand what they're claiming. I don't know how true it is. The only other wild faction of hippos outside of Africa is, of course, in South America. And you're like, how the hell did hippos get to South America? Well, we're talking about the Escobar hippos. Pablo Escobar brought in 3 females and 1 male hippo into his Escobar zoo. And of course, well, hippos do what hippos do. They love the environment. They love the weather. And of course, they started making more hippos and they got released. Now, they're saying that they're threatening villagers and displacing native species. Yes, hippos are extremely territorial, but I understand that hippo foraging can actually enrich environments. I don't know what to believe. They tried to move a lot of the hippos around. I have a solution, George, that doesn't include killing the Pablo Escobar hippos, and that's the choice they've made. They're calling it culling, but they're going to kill them. Of course, because it's a fertile area, the hippos are very happy there. I don't know if I heard there's about 150 hippos. They're saying they're going to cull 80 of them. It's sad. I don't know that the hippos deserve this, but I have a better solution. What? If you want to solve immigration, why not load up the Rio Grande with hippos? I think the weather's warm enough. I think the hippos could survive. Maybe it's time to load up the Rio Grande to protect our border, maybe with hippos and alligators. What do you think, George?
I mean,
what do you think of my idea?
I would. That's a good idea. Why not? I mean, we said alligators before, so why not add some hippos too? I mean, listen.
I think
we talked.
we
did a story.
Hippos.
We did a story on this probably last year sometime.
Yeah.
And the government was trying to, like, they did say, oh, they were helping the environment out, but now they're just becoming so big and so many that it's hurting other species there. And it's hurting the ecosystem, which I can understand it. But they said they tried other ways. They tried neutering a bunch of them. I mean, how many hippos are there? Do they know?
Well, in 2022, they said there was about 170 hippos, but I don't know how many they've culled or, you know, what's happened during that time. Now they're saying they're going to do about 80 of them. I don't know if that means all of them. You know, a lot of times I will say this. I think about Texas and I think about other areas, and you see
where are they gonna I'm sorry to interrupt you. Where they say people don't know what culling is, it's, you know, removing from a group and putting them in different areas and stuff. But
no, they're going to kill them. The article's very clear. There's a couple articles out there you can go look. They're planning on killing the hippos.
Why don't they just put them on a ship and transport them to regions where they thrive and stuff?
Well, that would be back to Africa. Maybe it's the cost related to it.
Hippos are only in Africa?
Yeah.
No zoos? Any zoos?
There's only 2 places. They've already tried to replace some of them into zoos, but of course, how many zoos are there and how many hippos can you transfer? And maybe some of the zoos don't want to pay the expenses. What I think, personally, one of the things I think about the animals in Africa, you know that a lot of animals are the pangolins are under attack by the Chinese, the rhinos are. Sometimes I wish that we would move a bunch of those animals over into Texas. I'd love to see some of those animals, rhinos and pangolins and others. Yeah, I'd love to see them going, running wild. I think it'd be interesting to have a second location, maybe where they're protected. Because, of course, poachers are out of control. has to do with elephants and otherwise. I often wonder in some of our free-ranging national parks, moving over some of the African species would be interesting. I don't think it would impact negatively because they're also, grass feeders. But of course, the ranchers don't like that. They like to use the national parks for cattle. We've heard it over and over again. All right. DOJ fires, but should they arrest them?
Yes.
Justice Department just fired 4 prosecutors who weaponized FACE Act under Merrick Garland and jailed, now listen to this, and jailed Christians for praying at abortion clinics. Again, is it enough to just fire prosecutors when they intentionally weaponize a system and people like Merrick Garland weaponize the laws of these United States against regular citizens? And these Christians were jailed 24 months, one of them, for praying at an abortion clinic. And I want to point something out. So that we're talking about convicted Paula Harlow, how they weaponize it. And I want to talk about this judge. Now, George, listen to what this judge did. This is U.S. District Judge Colleen Kolar-Cotelli. She's a Clinton employee, of course. She sentenced Harlow to 24 months. Now, that was the 10th defendant to be sentenced by the Biden regime related to the peaceful abortion protests. So, Paulette Harlow was 75 years old at the time when this judge weaponized the system. And we're going to play that clip, but listen to what this judge said, George.
Terrible.
She mocked Paula Harlow's Christian faith when she was sentenced to her prison, even though her husband begged for mercy, expressing his fear his wife would die alone in prison. The judge taunted the elderly woman and mocked her Christian faith and told her to honor the tenets of her religion and not to die in jail. Now, what should happen to that judge for you guys in the audience? I have my own beliefs. When a judge goes into that mode and starts voicing personal attacks on a defendant, I think that immediately the judge should have to serve the sentence that she handed out. So if she handed out 10 sentences of 2 years apiece, she should get 20 years. Because here she is taunting somebody. That's not a lack of bias. Do you think a judge should be allowed to do this? That there shouldn't be consequences. Why isn't this judge impeached and then prosecuted? See, here's the thing. You give somebody ultimate power, what do they say? Ultimate power corrupts. Let's play the clip.
In particular, Lord, we beg you for the babies about to be aborted. Please inspire these parents to keep their babies. And for those who are brutally aborted, we beg you to have mercy on them and bring them straight to heaven. The sins of the devil. May God rebuke him, we humbly pray. Do thou, Prince of the heavenly host, by the power of God, crush into hell Satan and all the evil spirits. Drive throughout the world, seeking the rules of souls. Amen. Hail, Holy Queen, Mother of mercy, our life, our sweetness, and our hope. To thee that we cry, poor vanished children of me. To thee that we send up our sight, mourning and weeping without tears. Turn them most gracious advocate, your eyes of mercy toward us. And as for this our exile, show unto us the blessed fruit of thy womb, Jesus.
They're now starting to arrest the rescuers for loving preborn children as they should. Please share this video, get this word out there.
Yeah, let's sit right here.
He's connected to us. You can't.
No, he can still connect it.
Okay, but you can't pull up to
No, he did that.
Forcefully removing those who are trying to save them. Please share the video.
So just now we let a guy go through the door. His partner is in there going in for an abortion today. We made a deal with him that he would give her pro-life literature and talk to her, and that's why we allowed him to go behind the door.
Okay.
There are girls in the back right now because of the violent response of the abortion workers. That's unfortunate, but we are not letting Santangelo in this abortion facility today. Under no circumstances will he be allowed to kill anyone. In 2011, he killed a woman.
Nonviolent and first-time offenses for the FACE Act are misdemeanors. They don't require jail time. So, George, what's your message for Judge Cotelli?
I like to throw her in the clink for being a bad judge. But for each defendant she threw in there, throw that time in and do it consecutively. So it's you have to do what if it's 2 years for each client, 10 clients, it's 20 years you got to be in there.
Judge Catelli, you're a piece of shit. That's my message for you. You deserve the worst consequences. Impeachment's not good enough for you. At the end of the day, taunting a defendant, you got some fucking nerve, you piece of crap. Now, this is the scum we've got in the judiciary, and I'm not saying there aren't good judges. There are many good judges. This is not one of them. For people that Judge Catelli, and I'm not sure what district she's in, you might want to leave her a message. Tell her it's time to resign for what she did in this case. In the meantime, you might want to leave a message for the Department of Justice. You can go in their feed over on X. Tell them you want to see Judge Catelli impeached and prosecuted for the way she operated. This is injustice. These should have been misdemeanors. You're going to give a 75-year-old woman that was praying. Sure, maybe they were disrupting the abortion clinic. I get it. But did that really require 24 months in jail? I don't think so. And I think that's the problem when you give people too much power and there are no consequences. Or what's going on with this? Another driver, another crash, I guess.
Another foreign national driving semi-trucks. The crash. This happened on Sunday in, I think, what is it, Illinois it was? Or Indiana? It was on US 31 northbound near Bunker Hill. And actually a bystander was showing footage from first responders from the base and local agencies on the scene. I mean, it's a bad crash. But yet, your Democratic constituents still want to allow them to have licenses. They're saying this dude couldn't even read the signs.
Oh, nice.
I'm going to play the video. I took away the audio because the guy driving was playing background music, so there's no reason to freaking see music. But look at that truck on the bottom. I mean, crazy.
What, did he just make an illegal U-turn or something?
Seems like it, right?
Sure looks like it. I have to say it sure does look like it. But again, that's
part. He's across the highway road.
If they can't even read the signs. Crazy stuff. There is a little bit of breaking news. We should probably respond. Did you see the appeals court ruled against Judge Boasberg? Told him to end his intrusive criminal contempt investigation of Donald Trump?
I did not.
Basically told him to stop.
Who did this?
The appeals court. 10th Circuit of Court of Appeals on Tuesday voted 2-1 to end Judge Boasberg's criminal contempt inquiry related to the Trump administration's invocation of the Alien Enemies Act. Basically told him to just flat stop. Question is, will he pay attention? And here's another guy that weaponized the system. Is anybody, for the guys in the audience, do you think Judge Boasberg should be continued to be a federal judge? Should be allowed to continue when clearly his own appeals court, his own people just told him, hey, cut it out. Enough's enough.
I mean,
you gotta stop.
So they know he's wrong. He's abusing his judgeship, but yet he's still on the court. He's still a judge.
Still is.
I mean, you have to, if you think about it, and think about any citizen going up in front of this judge, he could be biased against something because he doesn't like it, and then throw the book at you, or just rule not in your favor, or don't, whatever it may be. Just think about that. And he's a judge, because if he could do it to one, he could do it to another. It's crazy. But you know what? Another story came out. Another new Eric Swalwell accuser. She's saying she broke her silence and said, this is for the first time, breaking her silence. She says her lucky escape from his clutches. She was lucky to escape from Swalwell's clutches.
This guy just was letting the little head think for the big head. He's a creeper, no doubt about it. But it is what it is.
How many days until you hear the wife is getting divorced, is putting in for divorce? Today's Tuesday.
I would bet that suggestion's going on right now. I can't imagine.
Yeah.
The only lousy part is, from what I understand, his finances are so screwed up now that billionaire is demanding his money back. I think he's going to have to file bankruptcy. Who knows what he's going to be doing? But who knows? Maybe he's already been offered a position on MSNBC as a host. Maybe he's going to be hosting on The View. Maybe
I was going to say he should go on The View.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely, that seems to always happen when they resign or they say they're going to leave. All of a sudden they get offered a position. MTG, same thing. We hear she's been offered multiple positions. I don't know if she'll take them. She doesn't need to. She's made millions of dollars on insider trading, old MTG. She may just retire, try to go out of the limelight. Who knows? I don't know if she'll give it up that easily. I'm sure she's used to having the cameras on her. It's a hard thing to give up. All right, well, listen, if you love the show, thumbs up, comment, share, and subscribe. If you can do the paid subscription, as always, we greatly appreciate that. If you can just do, hit that follow button. Help us out here. Don't forget, tomorrow morning, 7 a.m., the Crypto Power Hour, the #1 crypto show on Rumble. Join us as we educate you, let you know about all the top projects and regulation, what's going on with the Clarity Act and otherwise. 7 a.m. Wednesdays and Fridays. And, of course, our regular show here, 11 a.m. Monday through Friday, Eastern Standard. Thank you so much for tuning in, George.
Last word? Oh, it's Taco Tuesday. I ain't got no taco to eat. Damn. All right, well, whatever. It is what it is. Y'all have a blessed day. Later.
Are you ready to stand up for your community and support your local sheriff? Join the Constitutional Sheriffs and Peace Officers Association and become a vital member of the Sheriff's Citizens Posse. At CSPOA.org, we empower citizens like you through weekly webinars, arming you with the knowledge to back your constitutional county sheriff. Together, we can uphold our Constitution and ensure liberty and justice for all. Your community needs you now more than ever. Visit CSPOA.org and join the Sheriff's Citizens Posse today. Make a difference. Stand for freedom. That's CSPOA.org. Your country, your fight, your future.
What if you could predict your financial future? And what if you could trade on it? Introducing Block Trust IRA. The future in your hands. An astonishing 88,000 millionaires were created last year from the Bitcoin boom, and you could be next. Block Trust IRA is the only crypto management firm powered by AI-driven strategies, ranked #1 in the world by Bitcoin Magazine. The Block Trust IRA platform is built for everyone, from first-time buyers to seasoned investors. Predictive AI technology that was once only reserved for insiders and elites is now available to you. It's time to leave the old buy and hold strategies behind. Your assets are protected with military-grade security, offline cold storage, and $200 million in insurance. Visit BlockTrustIRA.com to book your free consultation and ask how to claim up to $2,500 in deposit bonuses today. Bitcoin changed the game. AI changes the strategy.
Hi folks, I'm here today to introduce you to the Prepper Bar from PrepperBar.com, the most unique precious metals product we have seen in a long time. These 62-gram bars are perforated and easily broken down into your choice of 3 different sizes to fit a multitude of needs. Whether it be from asset protection from inflation, economic turmoil, or its unique utility for barter and trade, the Prepper Bar makes a perfect gift for all the precious metal lovers out there. Exclusively made here in the USA and selling out fast. Available in both gold and silver, these slim Prepper Bars fit neatly in your wallet, and their utility enables use in any situation.
Forged through rigorous training and honed by the finest instructors on Earth, these K9 units serve beside our nation's warriors as they fight to preserve what we cherish. When these warriors complete their duty, the Warrior Dog Foundation provides them with a home deserving of the service they've given us all. At our state-of-the-art kennels, they receive rehabilitation and care suitable for heroes, because that's what they are. Be a part of giving them a future today. Visit WarriorDogFoundation.org.